Hello, 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 good evening. Welcome, everybody. It's so nice to spend a Wednesday evening with so many of you. Hello and welcome. Tonight, I am using this absolute beauty. This is a brand new deck that has arrived in my collection in the last couple of days, and I cannot put it down. It is just such a phenomenal deck. So this is the one that I will be working with tonight. And that's why I thought I would open up tonight's service to everybody. So all my subscribers, everybody is welcome tonight. And yeah, for those of you who are new, for those of you who have not joined live readings with me before, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. We do simple in this place. We don't complicate things. Basically, all you do is in the chat, put in a question that you have that you would like me to answer. Because I've opened this up, normally I do this only for my members. Normally this is a private affair, but tonight we're making it public. But there obviously will be a difference in that my members will get more than one card reading. The rest of you, the public, will get a single card as your answer to your question. Just because my members are amazing, they support me, they support the work that I do, and for that they are just so truly special, and I love them lots, so they get lots of extra love and attention from me. It's not too late to join the family. If you want to, you click the join button somewhere down there. I don't know where it is. Somewhere down there you will find a join button. You click that and everything happens from there. Right, so welcome. It's so nice to see lots of you here. I'm not going to go through and greet everybody because otherwise we spend half an hour saying hello to everybody. Instead, like, you just like, let's get to the readings. Let's get to the readings. So as I have said, for all of you that are here, pop a question into the chat and I will try and go through as many as I possibly can, just depending on how we go for time, but I'd like to get through as many as we can using this amazing deck. So first in the house tonight was Tracy. She's always first in, and Tracy says, I hope you are using your new tarot deck, and I am indeed. I am indeed, Tracy. So hello, my darling. It's nice to see you join us tonight as always. And we've got Earth Star in the house. Tracy, other Tracy is in the house. Hello, my darling. Nice to have you join us. Regine, hello, my precious. I hope you are fabulous, my darling. I hope you are absolutely fabulous. It's so nice to have you join us. And Sasha's here as well. I said I wasn't going to say hello to everybody, and then she goes through everybody. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop after Mandy. I'm going to stop after Mandy. Hello, my darling. Okay, so let's pop questions into the chat, everybody, because it is open to all. And we're starting off with Tracy Swanepoel. Tracy says, let me just get the cards going. Tracy says, going into 2026, what will, let me see if I can actually learn how to read quickly. What will the first 3 months bring me? What do I need to awaken in myself? Okay, so Tracy, your first 3 months of 2026, what will it bring you and what do you need to awaken within yourself? I actually love that question. I really do. I love that question. Okay. So, Tracy, card number 1 you have is the Death card. Love, love, love. You know me, I always go crazy for the Death card because the Death card is not about death and dying. It is about change and transformation. And you know what, Tracy, I feel like for you at the moment, it's exactly where you are. You are at that point in your life where you are ready to embrace change. You are ready to welcome and allow change into your life. It's like you're tired of the mundane. You're tired of the ordinary. You're tired of the kind of, the continuous repetitive things that life has been, and you are ready to evolve and to change. So if you look at this guy, so he is this tree, he is the roots, he is everything, but he's sort of like he's surrendered to the moment, surrendered to the situation, and from there we have all of these birds, all of this life that is coming. So change is the first thing that you are going to experience in 2026. The second card for you is the 5 of Wands. So look at these ladies, right? They're obviously in competition with each other. They are competing, and each one is just as laser focused as the other. Look at their eyes. just as laser focused as the other. They are determined to succeed. We've got some other guys, they're obviously also competing in their own league, in their own challenge, in their own race, in their own whatever it is. But what we've got here, and Tracy, this is quite interesting. So for you, you're at a point in your life now where you're ready to change. You're ready to embrace something new. You're ready to step out of your comfort zone. And that's what the beginning of 2026 is going to bring you. But with this change comes competition. With this change comes challenge, where people are going to say, well, who are you and why are you doing that and how are you doing that and all of the rest of it. I am going to say to you, with that particular Five of Wands, it's telling you don't back down for anybody. Like, stand your ground, stand confident, participate and engage in the challenge, participate and engage in the competition, because you're going to beat them hands down. Okay, you are going to beat them hands down, and that is what is most important. So 2026 looks like it gets off to an interesting start for you, my darling, but I do think it's one that you're ready for, and I do think it's one that's going to bring you much happiness and much joy. Sending you so much love, my darling. Sending you so much love. Right, that was a good way to start the evening. Good way to start the evening. All right, so hello everybody who has come in. Hello and welcome. Please do pop a question into the chat, and if time permits, I will get onto them. Members get multiple card readings. Non-members get a single card as an answer to your question, just so that everybody understands the rules and nobody feels like I'm being unfair on anybody. Members always get preference. Right, who is next? Earthstar says she's so excited that I'm using this new deck. Isn't it gorgeous? Just absolutely gorgeous. Right, so Earthstar says, please may I ask, what should I focus on right now? So let's see for Tracy from Earthstar. Tracy from Earthstar, what should she focus on right now? What is important, relevant, and significant for Tracy to focus on right here and right now? Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so, oops. Cards are still sticky. So Trace, you have got the Six of Swords with Odessa. I love the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the card of progress. It's the card of movement, but it's also the card that says sometimes we don't know exactly where we're going. Sometimes we don't know exactly which direction we're heading in. And sometimes we can feel a bit directionless. It's quite interesting because I see this huge big, I'm going to call it North Star, okay? I see this huge big star in the sky over there. And this is exactly what she's doing. She doesn't know. The waters are a bit tumultuous. I don't know. They're a bit like all over the place, okay? But she's standing confident. She's standing strong. And she's like, let's just keep heading in that direction. I don't know what's there, but I think it's going to be okay. And I think that's such an important message for you, is to just keep moving forward, no matter how scary it may seem, no matter how overwhelming it may appear. It's like if you just keep focusing and keep making progress towards that, you will eventually end up exactly where you need to be, exactly how you need to be. So Six of Swords is telling you change is coming. There is progress, there is movement, there is evolution, and you might not know where you're going to end up. You might not know where you're going, but just keep moving towards the star. And if you keep moving towards the star, eventually the waters will settle, eventually it will even out, and eventually you will find that you are absolutely fine. All right, sending you love and blessings, my darling. Sending you love and blessings. Leandra, hello, darling. Oh, it's so nice to see all these faces. Or I say faces, but I can't see your face. But I can see your face in my mind, right? I can see your beautiful face in my mind. So Leandra is asking, will she be moving back to the Western Cape? So I don't know where you are. I know you're always shifting and moving around. As far as I know, you're northern parts of the country currently, but let's see, will you be going back to the Western Cape? Let's have a look for Leandra. Will Leandra be going back to the Western Cape? I say back to the Western Cape, I don't know. So we have the Queen of Cups. The first thing I noticed with her is that she's got her arms crossed, okay? Look at that look on her face. That's not a happy look. That's not a gleeful look, but it's a very determined and focused look, all right? Queen of Cups, she is very nurturing. She is very kind. She is very supportive. She is very loving in all that she does. But to me, like this crossing of the arms, it's like she's doing this. I definitely get that kind of a vibe from her. And you know what this is saying to you, my darling? This is saying to you, you can go absolutely anywhere you want to, but have you made your decision? Have you made this decision? I am going to say for you. Look at all the sacrifices that she's got here. And it is interesting that I'm seeing it as like her putting it there, her offering the sacrifice, her making the sacrifice. And by sacrifice, I mean offering. Okay. So she's making this offering here. Now she's like waiting. Okay, I've done my bit. Now it's your turn to do your bit. And I wonder if this isn't the way that Spirit are looking at you, Leandra, saying, you know, if you want to go back to the Western Cape, if you want to go back to the Western Cape, right? I'm emphasizing that. If you want it, you need to make it happen. It's not going to happen willy-nilly. It's not going to happen automatically. You need to make it happen. So you need to do all the things that need to be done. If, on the other hand, you don't want to go to the Western Cape, you need to do something about it. All right. So it's all about you. You need to make the decision. You need to do what you need to do. You need to make it happen. So if you do want to go back, make it happen. If you don't want to go back, do something to stop it from happening. All right. Sending you love and blessings, my darling. Sending you love and blessings. Thank you for being here. Okay. So Regine says, this is so much fun. Regine says, I would also like to have a glimpse into the next 3 months. What the next 3 months might bring as positive surprises. I love how you throw in the positive surprises there, Regine. So let's have a look and see the next 3 months as far as positive surprises go for Regine. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. First card for you, my darling, we have the Ace of Cups, the super blood moon eclipse. And we all know that eclipses bring major change. Eclipses force us to deal with stuff. Eclipses force us to acknowledge, to look at, to register, to recognize all the things that are happening. And Ace of Cups is bringing in new energy, new positivity, new happiness and joy, all of those kind of things coming through for you. So I do think, like much like with Tracy's, saying to you that the next 3 months are going to bring through surprises, going to bring through change, going to bring through positive energies. But Regine, for you as well, I think this is new positive love. It's about the karma of letting go of the past, stepping away from the past, recognizing that the past no longer defines us, and giving ourselves permission to step forward and embracing the change that comes with that. Second card for you is the Sun card. How beautiful is that? How absolutely beautiful. What is the Sun card saying to you? The Sun card is saying to you happiness. Like literally, I'm not going to add any more words to it. Happiness. Isn't that just beautiful? And again, for you, 2025 has been tough. 2025 has been hard for all of us, but for you in particular, you've struggled this year. You've had many, many challenges and many, many obstacles that you've had to face along the way. And you have faced them so well. You have tackled it head on. You've handled it. And this is Spirit saying to you that, you know, the next 3 months are going to bring you opportunity for happiness and joy, opportunity for love, opportunity to be appreciated and validated for who you are. I love that for you, my darling. I really and truly do. I'm sending you so much love and blessings, my darling, and look forward to hearing all the good news over the next 3 months. Oh, we have being Bingham in the house. Hello, my darling. What a lovely surprise to have you join us. Hello, Tyler. So Tyler says, hello, Renee. May I ask? Of course you can. I am in a space of not wanting to go out. Is it going against my path? I have no problem with the not going out, but I don't know how to meet people or want to really. So this is quite interesting. And you know, my darling, I am going to say to you, it's not you. It's not just you. Okay. This whole kind of feeling of, oh, I don't know. And what it is, and it's interesting, I had a conversation this morning. I was actually interviewed this morning on I never know if it's podcast, blog thing. I don't know. Anyway, I was interviewed this morning and I had a conversation with the lady, and we were talking about exactly this, that human beings, humankind, all of us, we're going through, especially us light workers, and you are very much a light worker. We're going through this moment of evolution, this period of change, this period of growth, period of evolution. But what's happening is we still don't quite know how it works. We just still don't quite know who are we and how does it work and what do we need to do and what do we not need to do. So what happens is we retreat. We sort of pull back on ourselves because we don't quite know what to do. Now, meeting new people and engaging with people is the standard, right? It's what we Like as human beings, in the core of our identity, it's who we are and what we need to do. But we have a situation where we don't know how. Like, and what does it look like? And because you are an evolved being, because you are, I'm going to say, more advanced and different to everybody else. You know that if you went to, and I'm going to use the bad example of a pub, if you went to a pub to try and meet people, you're meeting people who are immediately of a lower caliber than you are. So, and you know this unconsciously, subconsciously, you know this. So, therefore, there's this tendency to want to separate, to want to disconnect, to want to pull away from, instead of putting yourself there and just being highly disappointed over and over and over again. So let's have a look and see what the tarot wants to say to you with regards to how do you go about meeting people? How do we overcome this? And it's not even a fear. Like, I really don't think it's a fear. I think it's just a knowing that you have that it's just not worth the time. And you have the Page of Cups. So look at this, right? So first of all, she is wearing a beautiful dress. Just note the hand. Just note the hand, right? Just note the hand. I know you know exactly what that means. I know you know exactly what that means. She's got the lotus flower, but look at her dress. Her dress is this vast, beautiful water opportunity with all of these lotus flowers that are blossoming. We've got the sun. She's doing the fingers. Everything is there. She's very at peace. She's very comfortable. She doesn't need to do anything. But let's talk about these lotus flowers. Lotus flowers have to grow through the mud. They're underwater. They're under all of this water, but underneath this water is this gooey, ooey, sticky, yucky mud. And they have to worm their way, work their way through all the mud. Then they have to go through all the water before they, making sure that they don't get damaged, eaten, broken, etc. And then when they get to the surface, they blossom through. But the struggles that they've endured to get to that point of blossoming, of meeting the light, is incredibly difficult. And I do think that this is you at the moment. I do think that you are worming your way through the mud, getting through all of the darkness, getting through all of the challenges and the hardships and the struggles. But it's only when you pierce through, it's only then that you realize why, how, all of these kind of things. Page of Cups is saying to you that you're doing the work, you're working through, but there's still a lot to learn, there's still a lot to experience, there's still a lot to understand. So don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. So I know I want to say you're wasting your youth. I know it's terrible to say you're wasting your youth, but really I think, it's not that at all. I think you are a more mature soul, and the youth, your age group, is just far too immature for you. So I do think the Page of Cups is saying there's still some learning to go. There's still some experiences that you need to go through. But at this stage, recognize that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be out there collecting notches on your belt. You're not supposed to be out there being the socialite. That's not who you are. You will absolutely meet the right person at the right time under the right circumstances, but that's not now. All right. Sending you so much love, my darling. Take care of yourself. Travel safe. Right. Sukantha, hello, my darling. It's so nice to see you. I hope you are fabulous. I really do hope you are fabulous. Sasha, she says, sure, I finally made it. We have missed you. We have missed you. I hope you are well. Right, she says, I need to ask Spirit. Tonight, I have been dating a co-worker. Yes, you know what? No judgment here, girlfriend. No judgment here. So Sasha says she's been dating a co-worker and it's been good. Nobody knows, but it's getting harder to keep the secret. So I would like to know, am I ready to, I'm assuming there's another part. Looking for another part. There we go. Am I ready to at least tell our close co-workers and friends that we are aware that we could not work out, but at least we can be public and enjoy ourselves? Is it okay to allow our relationship to be known? It's so taboo here. All right, so Sasha, I'm so excited for you, my darling. I have absolute butterflies in my stomach with excitement for you. Okay, right. So Sasha, card number one, drum roll, please. Look at you go with the Seven of Wands. So you know what? I love this. Typically, traditional tarot, I would say the Seven of Wands is the card of being defensive. And I think this is exactly what you guys are. You're being defensive about your relationship because, as you say, it is taboo. So you don't want to put it all out there and then get shot down or get into trouble or get ostracized in any way or anything like that. So the Seven of Wands is talking about that defensiveness. We want to protect the relationship. We want to protect what we have, even though it's still very early days. We're in that mode of wanting to protect, wanting to hold on to, and wanting to be safe. So we are. And maybe I am going to say to you with this particular card that maybe we're being a little bit too over protective, too over defensive in this relationship. But let's take a second card and see. So here we have the Queen of Wands. I love this. Look at this. Look at this necklace that she's got. It's got all the elements. It's got all the fire and the water and everything. Just absolutely beautiful. Gosh, these cards are just stunning, even if I say so myself. So I really do think that the Queen of Wands is telling you go for it. Like, honestly, you've got nothing to hide and everything to gain. We mustn't be overly defensive. We mustn't be overly protective of the situation that we have. Like, we understand why you are. We understand why you have. We understand that kind of circumstance. But if you don't take a risk, and I think that's what she's saying to you. If you don't take a risk, if you don't take a gamble, if you don't put yourself forward, you are not going to have the experiences that you need. And your relationship can never thrive. Your relationship can never succeed. And I think if you're honest with your colleagues and your co-workers and your friends and you say, you know what, we didn't go looking for this. It just naturally happened and we're still exploring where it's going to go. So you're not going through and acknowledging to everybody, oh, that, you know, we're going to get married and live happily ever after. It is just about honesty around your current situation, honesty around your current circumstance, and giving yourself permission to have that. Because I do think it's okay for the relationship to be known. And I do think that Queen of Wands, you know, the fact that she's giving side eye is the fact that she's giving side eye is basically saying to you, be cautious. Okay, be, once you put the word out there, be aware of if any comeback or if anything negative comes back at you. And if anybody has anything negative to say, cut them off instantly, because that's what she would do. She takes no nonsense. Queen of Wands takes no nonsense. You have been awfully defensive. You've been protecting this relationship, holding it back. And I do think you are holding the relationship back. So let's put it all out there. Let's be brave. Let's be confident. Let's address the situation head on. But don't let anybody say anything negative to you, because you're not doing anything wrong. Even if it is taboo, that law, that rule, that situation needs to be changed. Good luck, my darling. I'm so excited to see how this develops and progresses, because you deserve somebody special. You deserve somebody amazing. Okay. Right. Next is Carol. Hello, Carol, and welcome. Carol wants to know, what does this life have for me in 2026? So Carol wants to know, what does life have for me in 2026? Let's have a look, Carol. What does life have for you in 2026? Okay. Right, Carol, life in 2026 for you has got the Ace of Wands, the Serpent Fire. Ace of Wands is about this evolution, this kind of, you know, making decisions and acting on it, being assertive, being confident, being strong. I do think, I mean, I don't know you, Carol, but I do think that this card is saying to you that you've gone through life on a very maybe 2025, you've been also on the defensive and a bit protective and a bit like, you know, trying to go under the radar and not being confident and out there. Whereas the Ace of Wands comes along and says, suddenly you're feeling a little bit more ballsy. Suddenly you're feeling a little bit more confident. Suddenly you're feeling a little bit stronger. Suddenly you're feeling a little bit like, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And that's exactly it. That's exactly the energy. So 2026, you have to take the initiative. You have to initiate. You have to make things happen, because nothing is going to happen if you don't drive it. Nothing is going to happen if you don't initiate it and if you don't push it. But if you do, if you take that initiative and you push it, you will be amazed and possibly even surprised at what you can achieve and what you can accomplish. So fear nothing, tackle everything with confidence, with passion, with all of those kind of good things. And you know what? You may actually be pleasantly surprised. All right. Sending you love, Carol. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love. Mandy. Hello, Mandy. I am going to sip my water while I read your question. Oh, I love this question. Okay, so he says, my husband wants us to move back to our family home and he promises to do better. I don't believe him. Am I being dramatic? You know what, my darling? Again, I haven't even drawn cards yet, but I'm going to talk while I'm shuffling. It is very difficult to believe somebody after they've hurt you, after they've let you down, after they've betrayed you, after everything that you've been through. It really is so difficult to trust and believe anybody. But I will also say to you that if you don't do something about it, you may spend the rest of your life playing what I call the what if game. What if he had changed? What if it is better? What if it works? What if, what if, what if? So I do think that we have to find a way of testing him before you make this big decision and this big choice. The fact that you're asking the question also indicates that you want, there's still hope, that there's a part of you that still wants to believe that it is possible, that he can be better. But let's have a look and see what the cards say. So you get the Page of Cups as well, making a second appearance tonight. And again, the Page of Cups is about understanding that there is a little bit of kind of innocence. There is a kind of element of, I don't really know what, I don't really know who, I am unsure, I am uncertain, but I'm also confident. So there is this kind of hesitancy, let's call it hesitancy for you in answer to your question. And the second card that I'm going to pull for you is the Green Man, King of Pentacles. So you know what? King of Pentacles is basically saying to you that you have the power in your hands. You're the one that makes the decision here. You're the one that gets to say whether we do, whether we don't, whether he has a chance, whether he doesn't have a chance. This is all on you. You have the power in your hands. You have it right there in the palm of your hands. You get to decide whatever it is that you want for yourself. And that is something that's so important because you haven't been in this position before, not in this relationship. You've always been, if I can say, in the background, whereas now you actually have authority to make decisions and to decide the way to move forward. So are you being over dramatic? No, I don't think you are. I don't think you're being dramatic at all. But I do think you need to be a little bit more confident in your emotional output. You need to be a little bit more confident in expressing what it is you want and what it is you don't want, what you need from him. He needs to know very clearly your expectations of him, because if he doesn't know what you need, what you demand, and what you expect, how can he fulfill that? And I do think this King of Pentacles is telling you that you have the authority, you have the power, you get to dictate. So use this to your advantage to test him, to see whether he is actually a changed person and whether or not, because the big question is whether or not you still want to pursue this or not. So it's the ball is in your court. I'm going to put it that way. The ball is in your court. You get to decide. You get to make the decisions. And he needs to prove himself to you, not the other way around. All right. Sending you so much love, my darling. Sending you so much love. Lani, I see you are here. She says, hello, and sorry I'm late. You're not late, my darling. You're never late. Never late. Okay. Tracy says, oh, these cards. Thank you, Renee. Bring it on. You are so welcome, my darling. Gita, hello, Gita. Hello, Gita. How are you, my darling? I hope you are amazing. Oopsie. I hope you are amazing. So Gita's asking, hello, Renee. What major changes can I expect for next year? Let's have a look, Gita. What major changes? And I love the fact that you used the word major, all right? So Gita is asking, what major changes can she expect next year? Let's have a look. Major changes for Gita in 2025. No, 2026. Oh my gosh, I forgot what year next year is. Gita, your card is the Ace of Pentacles. So immediately everybody's going to see the skull. They would go, ooh, skull, death, dying. No, but look at the skull. The skull has been there for such a long time. It's got a root system. It's got leaves. It's got flowers coming through. And basically what the Ace of Pentacles is saying to you, Gita, is that no matter how dire, how bad, how scary, how awful everything around you appears to be, you know what? Good things are happening, and next year you are going to see that. So I know your circumstance might not be fabulous right now. I know your circumstances may be tough, maybe hard, maybe challenging. But you know what? If you just let things develop in their own time, eventually the flowers will bloom. Eventually opportunity will present. Eventually happiness will come. So this Ace of Pentacles is telling you that there is opportunity for joy. There is opportunity for happiness. There is opportunity for abundance. And abundance is what you are looking for. Abundance in all things is what you are looking for. So don't look at the negative and think, oh, that's all there is, and that's all I have, and that's all I will ever have. Just understand that in good time, good things happen. And that's the message that's coming through for you there. I know you understand that. Sending you so much love, my darling. Sending you so much love. So Lani is next. I hope you are well, my darling. Okay, so Lani says, if possible, just a general, what do I need to know, please? Just a general, what do I need to know, please? So let's have a look for you. What do you need to know, please? Okay, what does Lani need to know right here and right now? First card for you, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love the feather in her cap, literally. So she's working with a sword, and what is she doing? She's making it pretty. She's doing all the things. She is perfecting her skill, perfecting her art, perfecting everything that she has and everything that she does. And I think for you, you know, again, 2025 has been royally tough, okay? 2025 has been so hard, so difficult, but you've never let it get you down. You've just sort of carried on. Every single day you've woken up, you've put one foot in front of the other, you've gone through the motions, you've done everything you needed to do, not really knowing where it was going to, not really knowing the end goal, not really knowing what was going to come up, but you trusted and you believed. And every day you've sort of woken up and you've continued to put one step in front of the other. Every day you've been perfecting your skill, you've been mastering your talent, you've been working towards something. But you know what? If we don't have the challenges, if we don't make the mistakes, if we don't bump our heads, how do we ever learn? How do we ever evolve? And how do we ever become better? So that's what that Eight of Pentacles is saying to you. And then going forward, we have the Queen of Swords, the Morrigan. I love it. Again, look at the focused determination on her face. Look at that. She's fearless. She is completely, she will take anybody out. And to me, this is the message for you right now, is all the effort, all the continuous, repetitive trying is going to get you into a place where nobody's going to push you around. Nobody's going to try and knock you off your pedestal, where people are going to respect you, where people are going to recognize you, where people are going to listen to you. And I don't know if this is relating to your son, if this is relating to your career, if this, I don't know what part of your life this is relating to, but I can tell you, it doesn't matter, because you have worked so hard to get yourself to a place of happiness and success and abundance. And once you get there, nothing and nobody is going to knock you down. Love that for you. Absolutely love that for you. So what do you need to know? Carry on. Like, carry on. Doesn't matter how hard it is, doesn't matter how overwhelming it is, it doesn't matter how sometimes it just seems useless and pathetic and why am I bothering and I should just give up. No, keep going, keep trying, keep doing it, because you're building yourself, you're building your resilience, you're building your strength, you're building your just your respect, that people will respect you, understand you, and give you what it is that you need. I love that for you. Love that for you, Lani. Love that for you. Okay. Who is next? Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, my darling, because if I try and pronounce that, I'm just going to pull it to pieces. So for you, will 2026 be less stressful with more stability? Are we all seeing a common thread here? Is everybody seeing a common thread here? Absolutely. So let's have a look. Will 2026 be less stressful and with more stability? Let's have a look and see for you. Right. Pulling a card for you, and your card is The Hermit. So this is a very interesting card, a beautiful card. I mean, just look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. You know what? Like, in all honesty, the Hermit is about solitude. The Hermit is about introspection. The Hermit is about not relying on anything or anyone external to yourself. The Hermit is about being self-reliant. Okay, self-reliant. So in answer to your question of will 2026 be less stressful with more stability, this is saying to you only if you switch off the noise, only if you withdraw from the chaos, if you step back towards yourself instead of trying to put out all the fires, if you come back to a place of joy, a place of serenity, and a place of peace within your heart, then absolutely you will find the stability. The stability that you are looking for is not found externally in external factors or external situations. It is found internally within your own heart and soul. Okay, it is found internally within your heart and soul, not externally. So will it be less stressful with more stability? It depends. Can you quieten and withdraw and come back into yourself? Because if you keep going out there, you're going into the stress, you're going into the chaos, you're going into the drama. But you need to stop, you need to slow down, you need to retreat. And when you do that, you will find exactly what you're looking for. The answers are here within your heart, not out there. I love that. Sending you much love and blessings, my darling. Earth Star says, love, love, love my guidance. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Right. Sugantha. Sugantha says, thank you, Renee, for including us non-members. You are so welcome, my darling. You are only because I have a brand new tarot deck and I want to play with it as much as possible. And also because I've missed all your faces. So I hope you are well. So Sugantha says, please may I have a message from Spirit as this year closes. I have been waiting for your end, but it's been so hectic. So it's been so hectic so far, and it's only the third. Like, listen, I'm with you. I am with you. It's taken so long to get, it's been so quick to get to December, and yeah, now let's see how quickly December goes. Okay, so Sugantha wants a message as this year closes. So Sugantha, you have got the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands, I mean, look at this lady, right? So she is green, she is tree, she is plant, she is tree, she is all the things. 9 of Wands is the card that says, you know what, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, I'm so, like, I don't know if I have the energy. It's exactly what you've been saying here, is what the 9 of Wands is all about. 9 of Wands is the card of like, I just don't know if I have the energy to finish this. I don't know if I have the energy to get through this. I'm struggling, I'm finding it all hard, I'm finding it overwhelming, I'm finding it all incredibly stressful. That is what the 9 of Wands is. But the 9 of Wands also tells you, you are so close to the end that now is not the time to be giving up. You are so close to achieving your goals. You are so close to achieving your dreams. It's like literally that far away. And if you slow down now, or if you stop now, or if you retreat now, you're only basically shooting yourself in the foot. So this is acknowledgement on how you're feeling. It's acknowledgement on how tough it is, how difficult it is. And it's also acknowledgement that you are going to be okay, that you are going to be fine, but you just need to persevere. You just need to push through. So don't give up now, my darling. Keep going. Focus on your end goals. Focus on, as you say, getting through the end of the year. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be as bad as you imagine or as bad as you perceive. And I do think that you do have the reserves, the energy deep down inside you. So dig deep, find it, keep going, because there is positive reward waiting for you at the end of the situation. All right. Sending you love, my darling. Sending you love and blessings. Hello, Neo. Hello, my precious. I hope you are fabulous. It's so nice to see you again. I hope you are well. Hello, Sue. How are you doing, my precious? How are you? Oh, Sue wants to know, will she be moving overseas in the next 6 months? Oh my gosh, Sue, you make my heart sad. I don't know where you're going, but I hope it's amazing. Let's have a look and see. Will Sue be moving internationally overseas within the next few months, next 6 months? Will Sue be moving internationally over the next 6 months? Let's have a look. What card are you going to get, Sue? Sue, your card is the yes card. Like, can I just? This is the yes card. There's no ifs and buts about it, Sue. Yes. Will you be moving overseas within the next 6 months? Yes. Look at her. I mean, she is happy. She is smiling. She is living the dream, living the life, and everybody is watching. Everybody is jaw hanging on the ground going, oh my gosh, look at that. So this is definitely a yes, 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 yes. Simple. Like, I'm not even going to elaborate on that, Sue. Short, sweet, and to the point. Yes, you will absolutely. I am sending you so much love. Gosh, that's an exciting one for you, Sue. That is very, very exciting indeed. So, Regine said, and I'm sure this is in response to Tyler's question. Thank you for this question. I thought I was the only one who doesn't want to go out. You know what, Regine? I think so many of us, especially the light workers, we're all feeling the heaviness. We're all feeling the challenge and the hardship and the difficulty. And I think we're all in exactly the same boat. We really and truly are. We really and truly are. All right. So Neo says, I am anxious about the process of hiring a car after not driving for 3 years and doubting myself. My friend was supposed to borrow his car, but is taking him far too long to bring it. I need a car for the weekend. So, you know what? I don't think you are anxious about hiring a car. I think you're anxious, obviously, about driving a car, my darling. And let's have a look and see. Let's see if we can give you some clarity. Again, I will say to you, even before I have pulled the cards, that you've got nothing to worry about. And I do think for you, my darling, that this is a very important step that you take. Because, like, I understand that there are reasons why you haven't driven a car in 3 years. And I understand it's going to be nerve-wracking to get behind the wheel once again. But I also think I need to say to you, and we'll pull cards to confirm, but I think I need to say to you that this is something you have to do for yourself. This is not something you do for anybody else, but this is definitely something that you have to do for yourself, because it's not about taking your independence back. It's not about being independent, but what it is just about proving to yourself that you can overcome anything. And the first card we have is the Emperor. So the Emperor is about not getting into your head. No emotion. Don't overthink this, okay? Just get in the car and drive. Just get in the car and drive. And I definitely think this is telling you, go for it. Hire that car, do the thing that you need to do, because you'll be absolutely fine. But don't allow yourself to become emotional. Don't allow your emotions to take control of you or the situation here. Because if you do, it's just going to hold you back. It's just going to weigh you down, and it's just going to make you feel useless. You are not useless. You are better than you think. And I think driving is going to be easier than you imagine, easier than you think. But this is about giving yourself the courage and the confidence to step forward and to do the things that you need to do. And then we get the King of Pentacles coming through again. Again, giving you absolute confirmation that you've got this, that you can do this, that you must do this, you will do this, and it's going to be easy. The King of Pentacles is telling you that you have abundance around you, which means you have protection, which means you are safe. Look at him. He's covered in leaves. I'm not saying cover your car in leaves, but imagine yourself covered and surrounded by love, by guidance, and by protection. Know that you are completely safe and that no harm will come to you. But I do believe that this is something very, very important that you actually do, something very important that you actually overcome for yourself, for all the reasons, barring besides for just getting yourself from A to B. You absolutely have to get behind that wheel. You absolutely have to. It would be amazing. Sending you love, my darling. You can tell me all about it next week. Tyler says, thank you so much, Renee. I feel that so deeply. I'm happy for the confirmation. My favorite tarot card is the Hermit. I now know why. There we go. Love that for you. Love that for you. Sasha says, absolutely, Renee. It's just being able to enjoy, and work is work, and outside is different. So thank you so much. And yes, let's see. Nobody knows the future. This is exactly the truth, my darling. Carol says, thank you so much. Mandy says, thank you for the confirmation. I love that for you. And Bridget says, hello, Renee. I am well, and I hope you are too. Thank you for your reading. Very much appreciated. Lekker aand. Lekker aand vir jou ook, my skattebol. Lekker aand vir jou ook, my skattebol. And Lani says, such stunning cards. Thank you so much. Could be work as the team is growing. Oh, interesting. So I've gone from a team of 3 under me to a team of 7. Oh my gosh. Like literally, wow. You know what? That's a feather in your cap. Can we just say that, my darling? That is a feather in your cap, because that's an indication of you doing well. Because they wouldn't keep growing your team if they didn't think you could handle it, if they didn't think you could cope. So, I mean, you just take everything on your stride, don't you? I mean, it doesn't matter what anybody throws at you. You just deal with it. You just figure it out and you just carry on. You are absolutely phenomenal. Like, really and truly, you are just absolutely phenomenal. So that is brilliant. And Sugantha says as well, wow, Renee, 100% spot on. Thank you very, very much. You are so welcome. Helen, hello, Helen. Hello, hello, hello. Helen wants to know, will I find a partner? I have been widowed for 9 years and haven't bothered, but I would really enjoy having company and closeness. You know what, my darling, like I get that. You know, being widowed is hard on its own. Losing your loved one, losing somebody you've shared your life with for such a long time. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine what that must be like. But after 9 years, you deserve to share your life with somebody. You deserve to have, as you say, company and closeness. Just somebody who can understand you when you're having a bad day, somebody who can be there for you when you're having a good day, somebody to just share your aspirations, your dreams, your hopes, and your desires with. So absolutely, you deserve it. Let's have a look and see. Will you find another partner? What is the answer for Helen? We have Queen of Cups making another appearance tonight. So I'm going to say to you the same as I said earlier, and I don't know whether you were here earlier when the Queen of Cups came out, but I'm going to say to you, Queen of Cups, she is very caring, she's very nurturing. She takes other people's life to heart. She's always there to support other people. She's always there to be kind and loving and generous to everybody else. But she never really puts herself first. She never really thinks of herself in that way. And I think, Helen, that what she's saying to you is that you deserve to find happiness. But if you don't acknowledge that and open the door and put yourself out there, how is anybody ever going to know? Stop being the person who puts everybody else first. Stop being the person that is considerate and kind and caring for everybody else and actually start saying, but what about me? What about me? That is what you need to be saying here. You need to be confident enough to say, all right, so I'm there for you and I'm there for you and I'm there for you and I'm happy to be that. I'm happy to support you. But what about me? When do I get happiness? When do I get the life that I want, the life that I deserve? So I do think the Queen of Cups is giving you a yes. Will you find another partner? Helen, I do think the answer is yes, but I do think it's only once you give yourself permission to actually have that and make it a priority in your life. Because if you keep it quiet, if you keep it to yourself and you keep focusing on taking care of everybody else, there's no time and there's no capacity to bring any connection and any love into your heart. So this is about you taking a stand and saying, you know what, actually I'm making it a priority to find somebody and to let somebody into my life. All right. Good luck with that. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love. And Sue says, thanks, Renee, big hugs. That is awesome. And friends, it looks like I have reached the bottom of the list. That means I have done everybody. Let me just check, scroll up over here and see if I didn't maybe accidentally miss somebody. I don't think I have. Right, so what I do then when we've reached the end of our evening is I am going to do a card for everybody that is still here. So final message to end off our evening, to close it off, so that you can all go and enjoy what is left of your evening. So we're looking for a message for the collective, a message for anybody who is watching live or who's watching the replay, anybody who comes and finds this and gets to this point and just needs a little bit of validation and a little bit of confirmation. The message that we have for everybody comes from the King of Cups. Look at his eyes. Just look at those eyes. Just look at that. Like, do I need to say anything? Because, I mean, though, to me, this face just speaks volumes. This is somebody who's got wisdom. This is somebody who's got compassion. This is somebody who's got patience, but this is also somebody who knows the hardships that we've all endured. He is Poseidon. He does rule the underworld. He is phenomenal. He is amazing. He's not somebody that you can stand and have a long chat and a laugh and a whatever with, but he is somebody who's going to get to the truth of what is important. He's going to get to the truth of what is significant and what is relevant. He's going to help you see the truth in the ways that you have forgotten, okay? And I think this is where we're all at. We're so focused on I almost want to say we're also focused on the drama and the chaos and the challenges that and about everybody else, that we forget to look inward, we forget to look at ourselves. And the King of Cups is saying, you know what, I'm going to help you get to the bottom of it. I'm going to help you to get to the truth of what happiness is, what love is, what joy is, because we've all forgotten that. We've all forgotten joy. We've all forgotten happiness. We've all forgotten how to live the lives that we need to live. We've been so focused on finishing goals and achieving goals and reaching goals and setting goals, even especially now as we enter into December. You know, by the end of December, everybody's got their New Year's resolution set of like, oh, next year's going to be so much better and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Everything that we do is external. We need to turn it around. We need to shift it internally. We need to become more conscious. And if you listen to all the messages that I've given out tonight, I would go as far as to say 99% of the messages tonight have been about turn it inward, look at self, be honest with self, acknowledge your own feelings, dig deep. Don't stay on the surface, dig deep, go deep down into understanding who you are and what it is all about. Because if you don't acknowledge what it is that makes you happy, what it is that fulfills you, how are you ever going to find that happiness? If you're just on the treadmill of life, where are you going? Nowhere, slowly. Okay, if you're running on the treadmill, you're going nowhere fast. But we definitely need to shift the perspective. We definitely need to shift the perspective inward to become more mindful, to become more cognizant on what it is that makes us happy, what it is that fulfills our lives, and what it is that brings us the success that we need, the happiness that we need. So, King of Cups is saying, speak about your feelings, express your emotions, make your happiness your number one priority. You will find it. If you dig deep enough, you will find the happiness that is eluding you. And once you have found that happiness, you will be able to do something about it, to bring it more to the surface, to bring it more to the front, so that we can all live the happy life that we need, that we deserve, and that Spirit have intended for us. We have not been placed on this earth to suffer. No, no, not at all. We've been placed on this earth to have challenges, but that lead us to joy, that lead us to happiness. So if you're not moving in that direction, you have to make a change. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your love and support. Let me do that. I don't know if it's going to work. There we go. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for being with me tonight. It's been such an honor and such a privilege to read for each one of you. And I do hope that you all got the messages that you needed. And if you were too shy to post a question, but you were watching in the wings, I do hope that some of the messages that I've given out tonight have touched a chord within your heart and soul and given you the validation and the confirmation that you needed. So friends, thank you. Sending you all much love and blessings. And until we connect again, take care.